away at 120 years of age recently, and she quit smoking, when do you think? At 118. Now, how do you account for that?
It's not a very good drug, those cigarettes.
Didn't answer the question, but interesting.
How rude to call up to do. I mean, yeah, you love the guy and you want him to live longer, but come on, coming on and saying, hey, maybe we should all just have an intention so you can quit smoking. And Art's like, you know what? I like smoking. And there was a lady who smoked till she was 118, so maybe I'm just going to go do that.
Yeah, Art,
and that lady died
like
2
every
years
night
later.
when I come home, it's my apartment. It's something like, oh, you're still smoking, huh? Like, yeah.
Like,
hey,
I like to.
It's not a very good drug, Russ.
Look, I'm not the one that said it. You did. Leave me alone.
I do a bunch of heroin, I do a bunch of meth, and then I smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, but it's not a good drug.
Hey, unbelievers, let's get our intention to just get Jude off the smack for a little while so he can be podcasting till he's 118 years old. But no, let's not. That's fucking rude. That's fucking rude.
Oh, I will say one thing. Like, he was a little out of line. Like, it was kind of cute in a way that, like a child goes up to their parent to, like, get them to quit smoking. Like, well, we love you so much. We want you to live forever. But he didn't need to come on to his show and tell him that. If you're going to have that intention, but you don't need to, like, oh, maybe I'll get everybody else around it and have you quit smoking. Like, then don't tell him. Just do it.
I'm saving my intention to keep that second son away and to maybe make the election interesting. But it's not over. Rude smoking guy is still here.
A lot of pressure. And so if you were a smoker, you know when you're pressured, when you've got stress in your life, what do you do?
Yeah, it would make it more difficult to quit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like, you know,
or when you're
everybody thought about it, it might make it easier.
Or when you're on the telephone. What do? If you're a smoker, you grab a cigarette, right?
Yeah.
After sex.
Well, you could limit yourself, not smoke, just smoke after meals.
After sex?
Yeah, that too.
After coffee? Breakfast?
You know what they should do in the States?
What?
Is they should legalize marijuana and just tax it. And, you know, sick people could get it. They could be the only ones that don't pay tax on it.
Well, actually, if they were to legalize marijuana and hemp products for all purposes, the Wall Street Journal suggested we could raise about $500 billion a year in revenue. Do you know that?
$500 billion, that's a lot.
It's so fucking glad that
$500 billion. All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Art.
Thank you for the good thoughts.
Yeah, and also fuck off and let's make weed legal on 420 here. Well, it's 420, whatever.
What a great timing with that one.
It is, and that wasn't, of course, that guy is not in the secret society of pressuring nerdy, douchey assholes. He is just, I don't know.
He likes to smoke weed. He's not wrong, though. He's actually
he's
right.
Totally right.
He's got a great
not wrong,
point.
But he needed to keep some of the points to himself. Yeah, such a nerd.
But it seems like this has nothing to do with what they were talking about at all.
Not at all. Not at all. And Art is married. Art has kids. Art probably hears it all the time. He doesn't want to come to the one thing that he truly loves to do and have somebody saying that to him. But he's dead now. Maybe he should have listened. I know. And like I said, this is another one of those things where you hear it and he's like, I don't want you to die, Art. And Art's like, I'm not fucking dying. Leave me alone. But
it doesn't matter. I'm coming back.
Live inside of your machines.
Okay. Yeah, coming back.
Yeah, he already said in the beginning of the show he was coming back, dude. Maybe he wants to do that. You don't know. Leave him alone.
I think he's doing a good job.
I think it's crazy because I feel like he's doing it right now. He's coming back right now through the Unbelievers podcast.
We're hearing his voice, and it feels to me like he's still alive. Wow.
Yeah, and for a short time, you will hear a bit more, but we're going to get to the last caller we're going to feature tonight. A new caller arrives, and something that the other caller was afraid to do. This caller promises to reveal the identity of the Antichrist. But
hell yeah!
Unfortunately, they hit a commercial break right before he was going to say it. But
oh no!
But after that, now he is going to reveal for us that information.
All right, sir, you're back on the air.
Great, Art. Before I reveal the identity of the Antichrist, I would like to recommend a couple of books that I feel would be very instructive for your audience.
All right.
And one of them, of course, is The Biggest Secret, the book that will change the world by David Icke. That's I-C-K-E.
Yep.
No shit.
And I know you had him on the show once several months ago. And
I did, yes.
You did say to him that you would have him back on when his book came out, and we're still waiting.
Well, we'll see.
I think he'd be a fabulous guest. Another book that your audience would benefit from is a book entitled None Dare Call It Conspiracy.
Oh, that's been around.
Oh, my God.
Classic.
Yeah, I've read it.
I own a copy
of
that.
A long time ago. As Stanton Friedman would say, it's in my gray box. But I digested that book.
He ate it?
Yes, come on. Quit plugging books, dude. You promised the Antichrist like 20 minutes ago as if you were actually listening to the show. He promises it. They go to a long commercial. Art plays 2 songs. He comes back. And now he's plugging the biggest of the biggest in David Icke.
This guy fucking works for Audible or something. Like, what the hell is he doing?
Freaking bullshit, just like the news, like, and that's coming up next, and then they tell you, and then you wait for the commercials, and it's like, oh, I said it was going to be in the next hour, didn't I? Not now, dummy. Next commercial.
Yeah, this guy. Look, go on, Jude.
Oh, sir, legitimately, I own a 1967 copy of None Dare Call It a Conspiracy. So for the first person to reach out to me on your platform of choice and request that you want it, I will mail it to you. No questions asked.
I just did it.
All right, cool.
There you go. And if you
are no lost.
we'll put it up, and the first patron that we see that does it will be will take precedent over others. Thank you.
Right. I'll sign my name in it, and then we'll pass it around.
All right, enough about the books. I want to know who the fucking Antichrist is.
Yeah, the Antichrist.
Let's make with the goods. All right, it's late. Everyone's tired. Let's finally hear, before this classic episode is over, who is the Antichrist?
Who is the Antichrist?
Not who you would expect.
Of course not.
It is, drum roll.
Yes.
It is Prince Charles of Wales.
Can I
back it up?
Oh, yeah, I know. The Antichrist or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Right?
That is
Camilla.
part of it.
Yeah, I know.
I think that the author presents a very strong case.
Oh, Prince Charles is hardly a compelling personality of any sort.
He has been intimately involved in 4 of the most widely viewed televised events in the history of the modern world.
So what?
His personal and historically unique coat of arms is a literal and graphic representation of the beast described in Revelations.
I think that's all a bunch of baloney.
His name, Charles of Wales, calculates to exactly 666 in 2 languages, both Hebrew and English.
Well, so Ronald Wilson Reagan. So, yeah, I know the story. All right, well, I appreciate it, but I don't buy the Prince Charles stuff. Never did. The Antichrist is going to have to be a very compelling figure. I mean, very compelling. And I don't want to make a crack here, so I won't. But
go away.
I just don't. I don't buy it.
Thank you, Art.
Yeah, so it's not Obama?
Go away. Nobody knew who Obama was. Yeah, all that build up. This whole
Kenya.
Right.
And
Art. The Antichrist can't be from Kenya? Jesus.
He was definitely not in America.
Art let this guy build him up, and the whole his name equals 666, and Art's like, yeah, Ronald Wilson Reagan heard this before, nothing happened. So let's go out and let's hear. I want to play the final soundboard clip of the night from Art Bell, and it's a new classic.
I think that's all a bunch of baloney.
Thank you.
That'll be perfect for any time that I say anything.
So we've got, starting with the first one and the last one, both on different sides of the spectrum. But let's hear our first soundboard clip from tonight.
Yeah.
I thought so.
But wait a minute.
The Illuminati.
No. Oh, can we just go through them all? What's the next one?
Black sheep.
Master Mason would make you go blind. Master Mason would make you go blind.
Oh, my God. Look,
I think
keep
that's
going.
All a bunch of baloney.
There you go.
I think that's all a bunch of baloney.
God.
You can hear the change in energy from the first clip to the last clip.
He's exhausted by the end. He's just done.
It's a lot of baloney to go through.
So much.
And before I forget, there's no way we're going to be able to fit all this, but this week's poll is, what do you guys think it should be? What is your favorite secret society, or what is the most believable secret society? What do you think?
That's a good one. I think, are there still secret societies that we don't know about?
Are there still secret societies? Sure. And the answers will be yes, of course there are. No, there's no secrets. And a little bit. Yeah. We don't know.
There are no more. We learned them all. It's all a bunch of baloney. I have
not blown them all, Drea. I have not blown all the secret societies.
Yeah, well, you guys blew mine out of the freaking water, and hopefully Rob cut out the part about my secret society.
It's out. Stop. Cut this too.
I think that's all a bunch of baloney.
Yes, it is definitely baloney. Do not look any further. Do not dig.
Do not get blown.
Don't dig.
Do not dig. That's this week's poll. And I just want to say before I go, the Art Bell archives do exist. I have found them. If you are interested in hearing Art Bell archives, message me or message anyone from the show, and I will send you a link to these archives. These archives go back to 1992, and there are a few 1993 episodes, and then there are just hundreds and hundreds of full audio Art Bell episodes in a gigantic archive. And if you want them...
Yes?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yes, they do want them. If you want them, let me know. I will send them to you, but with one caveat. If you are listening to these and you find something interesting, you got to send us some links to episodes, because all they are
thank you.
All they are dates and the name of the show. There's no descriptions on any of these. This is just a archive somebody made. I want to say, I told you that how Art felt about channelers. I listened to an episode where Art Bell talked to Sylvia Brown, and I'm glad I did not find that episode before our Sylvia Brown episode, because he kissed her butt the whole time. To be fair, this was in like October of 2001, just a random episode that I clicked and I listened to it, but they got along. They were great old friends. And there are other ones that you can find, old Richard Hoagland episodes. You can find anyone from this time. They're all there. Years and years of Art Bell. So if you're interested, hit me up. I will send you the link. And that's it. Go answer this week's poll at UnbelieversPodcast.com. And we are out. And we're back. That was a fun episode. My God, I miss Art so much.
He's the best.
I didn't want it to end, really, but I guess we have to.
Yeah, we had to, because this episode was long as hell. And apologies. Well, not apologies, because, you got to hear Art Bell for almost, what did we go, 2 hours with that? Unfortunately, we don't have time to do any other silly segments, mail and all that. We're going to catch up with all that next week, because we're not going to be going as long as this. This was a special tribute. This is not going to be every week. But I just wanted to shout out, look, Unbeliever Fox, Unbeliever Carol, Jonathan, we know you've won poll results. We're working it out. We might have you on the Patreon episodes to play some play-in rounds, but we are going to get the game going and get you in there. You are not forgotten. We want you on.
Yes,
we remember you.
You're not forgotten.
We're not forgetting. And Unbeliever
we'll never forget your memory.
No, especially Jonathan last week and Carol the week before, and all of it. The poll results. I just want to give a shout out to everyone who's been doing poll results, man. You've really been making the end of these episodes and cracking us up. And speaking of which, we got to get in this thing, man. Let's get into our favorite Hear From You segment, poll results. this week's poll. Why was Swamp Monsters canceled after